Just last month, a 72-year-old man in Ohio collapsed while watering his garden. He'd felt fine that morning, no pain, no warning signs. The stroke hit fast. When doctors checked his diet, they found he'd been eating the same 3 foods every odd day for years. Foods he thought were harmless. Turns out those exact items were silently damaging his arteries. Could those same foods be sitting in your kitchen right now? In the next few minutes, you'll find out exactly what they are and how to protect yourself. Hello, everyone. If you're over the age of 60, or if you're caring for an older loved one, this video is very important for your long-term health. A stroke is not just a headache that goes away. It can take away your ability to speak, to walk, or even to remember, all within a matter of minutes. The unfortunate truth is that many people don't realize their everyday diet could be quietly increasing their risk of stroke. You don't have to eat greasy fast food or strange dishes. Sometimes it only takes 3 very common foods found in many kitchens. The goal of this video is to help you recognize those 3 harmful foods, understand why they're dangerous, and, most importantly, learn what better choices you can make instead. This isn't about strict dieting. It's about making smarter decisions to protect your brain and your heart every single day. Processed meats. The silent killer on your breakfast plate. Dear viewers, we've all had bacon, sausage, ham, or deli meats at breakfast, lunch, or in a sandwich. These foods are convenient, tasty, and often considered part of a normal meal. But in reality, they're one of the leading food-related contributors to stroke risk in older adults. Why are they dangerous? Processed meats are often loaded with sodium, salt, and preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These substances damage blood vessels and lead to high blood pressure, one of the top risk factors for stroke. Think of high blood pressure like a rushing river inside fragile pipes. Over time, it causes those vessels to weaken, rupture, or become blocked, leading to a stroke. And the scariest part? Many seniors have high blood pressure and don't even know it. Just 1 or 2 slices of bacon per day can add up to over 40% of the recommended daily sodium intake. And that's just from one item on the plate. A major study published in the journal Stroke found that people who ate processed meats daily had up to a 23% higher risk of stroke compared to those who ate little or none. It's not the meat itself. It's the additives, salt, and industrial processing that do the harm. Long-term damage builds up silently. You may think, I've eaten this my whole life and I'm fine. But here's the truth. The danger doesn't come all at once. It builds up slowly over weeks, months, even years. And then, one day, a small spike in blood pressure could be enough to cause a life-altering stroke. So what can you eat instead? Here's the good news. You don't have to give up flavor, just make smarter swaps. Go fresh. Choose steamed chicken, baked fish, or lean meats without added salt. Plant-based proteins, beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts are heart-friendly and satisfying. Eggs. A boiled or poached egg is a great source of protein and contains much less sodium than processed meats. If you still enjoy processed meats, try to limit them to once a week and always read the label. Look for low-sodium versions with no added nitrates or nitrites. I know it's not easy to change long-standing habits, especially when they bring comfort or familiarity. But remember, every time you choose a healthier food, you're actively protecting your brain, your heart, and your independence. Now let's move on to food 2, a sweet treat many people love, but one that's quietly damaging your blood vessels every single morning. Packaged baked goods, the sweet trap, harming your brain. Now let's talk about a food that feels comforting, familiar, and even innocent. Packaged baked goods like muffins, donuts, pastries, cookies, and even some breakfast bars. They're everywhere. You'll find them in retirement homes, hospital cafes, your local grocery store, even served with coffee at church or social clubs. But these sweet treats may be silently damaging your blood vessels and increasing your stroke risk every time you eat them. What makes them so dangerous? Most packaged baked goods contain trans fats, refined sugars, and processed white flour. Here's what that combination does. Trans fats raise bad cholesterol, LDL, and lower good cholesterol, HDL. Refined sugar causes inflammation in your arteries, putting extra stress on your heart and brain. Processed flour turns into sugar quickly in your body, spiking blood sugar and increasing the risk of blood clots. That beautiful-looking blueberry muffin? It may contain more sugar than a can of soda, and fats that linger in your arteries for hours. The result? Over time, this can lead to clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and eventually a stroke. Many seniors say, "It's just a little something with my tea," or "I deserve a treat. I've lived long enough." Yes, you do deserve joy in life, but you also deserve to live those years with energy, clarity, and freedom from avoidable disease. Unfortunately, these packaged treats are engineered to be addictive. Their taste, texture, and sweetness light up the brain, especially for those who may be feeling lonely, stressed, or tired. That makes it easy to reach for them again and again. The World Health Organization links trans fats to over 500,000 premature deaths from cardiovascular disease every year. In older adults, blood vessels become naturally less flexible with age. That makes the impact of sugar and trans fats even more dangerous. What should you eat instead? You don't have to give up sweets entirely, just choose smarter options. Fresh fruits, naturally sweet, full of fiber, and support brain health. Try berries, apples, bananas, or pears. Oatmeal with cinnamon and fruit. A heart-healthy, satisfying breakfast alternative. Whole grain toast with almond or peanut butter. Full of good fats and fiber. Homemade snacks. Try baking your own muffins. With whole grains, low sugar, and olive oil instead of butter or margarine. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Reducing your intake even a little can improve your blood pressure, energy levels, and focus. You've made it this far, and that says something. You care about your health, and you're willing to make changes that protect your future. Every choice matters, and every meal is an opportunity to heal. Up next, we'll look at Food 3, a surprising comfort food that might be flooding your body with more salt than you realize, and silently pushing your stroke risk higher. 3 canned soups and instant noodles, the salty comfort food that could be hurting you. Now let's talk about a food that feels warm, easy, and familiar, especially on cold days or when you're feeling tired. Canned soups and instant noodles. They're fast. They're cheap, and they're often marketed as light, low-calorie, or even heart-friendly. But the truth? These foods are often packed with dangerous levels of sodium, and that's a major problem for anyone over 60. Why are they so risky? Let's look at what's inside that can or cup. Most canned soups contain 700 to 1,300 milliliters of sodium per serving. Some cans have 2 servings, meaning you could be eating over 2,000 milliliters of sodium in one sitting, almost your entire daily limit. Instant noodles? Even worse. Many popular brands have 1,600 to 2,000 milliliters of sodium in a single package. And here's the danger. Excess salt doesn't just raise your blood pressure. It pulls water into your blood vessels, making the heart pump harder and the arteries stretch. Over time, that constant pressure can lead to blood vessel damage, clots, and eventually, a stroke. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at filtering sodium. That means seniors are often more sensitive to salt, even if they've never had blood pressure issues before. You might feel headaches, dizziness, swollen ankles, or no symptoms at all until it's too late. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer for a reason. Studies have shown that reducing sodium intake can lower stroke risk by up to 30%, especially in people over 60. And yet, canned soups and instant noodles are still part of many older adults' regular meals because they feel quick and comforting. But what feels comforting now may be silently raising your risk of future disability or even death. What should you eat instead? The good news is there are plenty of easy and tasty options that won't harm your health. Here are a few ideas. Make your own soups at home using fresh ingredients. Use herbs and spices like garlic, thyme, and turmeric for flavor instead of salt. Add frozen or fresh vegetables and lean protein, like chicken or beans, to a low-sodium broth. Quick, healthy, and delicious. If buying canned soup, choose ones labeled low sodium, less than 140 milligrams per serving, and add water or unsalted broth to dilute the salt. Avoid seasoning packets in instant noodles. Cook the noodles, then mix them with stir-fried vegetables and a dash of low-sodium soy sauce or olive oil. Tip: if the food label shows more than 20% of your daily sodium, put it back. Changing what's in your pantry doesn't mean giving up comfort. It just means choosing comfort that loves you back. So now you've learned about 3 common foods that may be putting your health at risk and how to replace them with safer, smarter options. But we're not quite done. Coming up next is a bonus tip. A simple habit that costs nothing, takes just minutes a day, and could dramatically reduce your stroke risk. Stay with me. Your brain and heart will thank you. Bonus tip: stay hydrated. The simple habit that protects your brain and heart. Now that we've talked about the foods to avoid, let's switch gears. There's one small habit, simple, free, and often overlooked, that can help protect you from stroke, starting today. It's not a pill. It's not a special superfood. It's water. Yes, something as basic as staying hydrated can play a major role in stroke prevention. Why is hydration so important for seniors? As we age, our sense of thirst naturally decreases. That means many older adults simply don't feel thirsty, even when their body needs water. The result? Chronic, mild dehydration, which can thicken your blood-slow circulation, increase your risk of blood clots, raise blood pressure. And all of these are dangerous when it comes to stroke risk. In fact, studies have shown that up to 60% of stroke patients are dehydrated when they arrive at the hospital. That's no coincidence. Did you know that many strokes occur in the early morning hours? One reason is that we go 6 to 8 hours without drinking water while we sleep. And if you're already dehydrated before bedtime, your blood can become even more concentrated and sticky by morning. This is especially dangerous for seniors who take diuretics, water pills, have kidney problems, or don't drink much water due to fear of frequent urination. So what can you do? Here are some simple, practical hydration tips tailored for older adults. Start your day with water. Drink 1 full glass of water first thing in the morning, before coffee or tea. Carry a water bottle. Keep a lightweight, easy-to-open bottle nearby as a reminder to sip throughout the day. Flavor it naturally. If you don't like plain water, add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a few berries to improve the taste without added sugar. Eat water-rich foods. Enjoy fruits and vegetables like watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, and tomatoes. They hydrate and nourish at the same time. Create a hydration routine. Tie drinking water to regular activities. After brushing your teeth, before meals, after a walk, or while watching TV. Quick rule of thumb. Aim for 6-8 glasses. 1.5 to 2 liters of water per day. But check with your doctor if you have kidney or heart conditions. If you're already doing some of this, fantastic. Keep going. If not, now is a great time to start. Small steps, like drinking more water, may seem simple, but over time they can reduce your risk of stroke, improve your energy, and even help with memory and mood. And the best part? You don't need a prescription. So now you've learned, The E. 3 foods that raise your stroke risk, what to eat instead, and 1 small habit that helps keep your brain and blood flowing freely. But we have one more important thing to cover: your next step. In the final part of this video, I'll share what you can do today to take control of your health and how you can help others do the same. Let's finish strong. What you do next could save a life. Maybe even yours. You've just taken an important step by learning about the foods that increase stroke risk and how to make better choices. You've already done more than many people ever will, but knowledge is only the beginning. What matters now is action. Here's what you can do today to protect yourself and the people you love. Make 1 small change this week. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start simple. Replace processed meats with fresh protein, swap packaged baked goods for fruit, choose low-sodium soup, or cook your own, drink more water each day. Every better choice is a step toward a stronger brain and a longer life. Share this video if you found this video helpful. Chances are someone you love needs it too. Maybe a friend, your spouse, a neighbor, or your adult children caring for you. Click share and send it to just 1 person. You could be giving them the gift of awareness and possibly saving their life. Talk to your doctor before making major changes to your diet. Always speak with your healthcare provider, especially if you're on medications, have high blood pressure, or other medical conditions. This video is not a substitute for medical advice, but it is a starting point for meaningful conversations about prevention. A stroke can happen suddenly, but it doesn't come out of nowhere. It builds silently, through choices, routines, and habits that often feel normal. But that also means you have more control than you think. Your daily choices, what you eat, drink, and do, can make the difference between a life of independence or one of dependence, a sharp mind or a fading memory, a normal day or a life-changing emergency. If this message inspired you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more life-saving tips tailored for seniors. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, your health is your power, and it's never too late to protect it.